just get the chat over here and make sure we're live. I really need to make that template screen that I would pre-roll and see how it works out, because this is getting really annoying even for me. Okay, pop the chat out, move it to the right. There we go. Live stream seems to be okay. Cool. So, yeah, I guess we can get started. Hi everyone, how's it going? Tim here, and this is another live stream for building Express.js or BxJS, whatever you prefer. And this is going to be our first live stream where I am going to build things that you guys requested. Let me do this. And let me do this. So yeah, basically, as I announced in the last video and the last short-ish live stream, from now on, we're gonna have a place where you can propose things that you want to see me build or talk or review or, you know, whatever, make a video about, make a live stream about. And I will pick the ones that you vote on, the top ones, and just build them in live stream and then do a shorter recap video the same way that, you know, it works so far, because you guys seems to be, you know, enjoying that approach. So I wrote a tiny script over here in proposals that just takes all top 5 issues. Like, I mean, it gets all the issues, then sorts them by the reactions and shows us top 5. So going to say node topics.js, and we're going to see the top topic right now by voting is this one, which is a voice recorder. So basically we need to make a thing that records a voice, and let's take it a step further and add a video recording, because why the hell not? And yeah, let's do a thing with JavaScript that basically allows you to record short videos and sound clips, right? And then based on this thing, we at some point are going to do the streaming service where you can convert that video and stream it in like proper streaming way, you know, not like download the whole thing, but actually stream it with assessment pack conversion and stuff like this. But this is a topic for a different time, which is also a great suggestions. By the way, if you have not yet checked out the suggestions, go check them out in this GitHub repo and go vote on them. If you have any suggestions, do submit them there, because I need more. We always need more, you know, more is better. Right, let us get to it, I guess. So I'm gonna create a dir that we're gonna call, what's the web API called? I think it's like web media API or something, right? Yeah, there you go. Okay, this is the W3C, which is nice, but we don't really need specs. Web media technologies, okay. Web media demo. Let's call it this way. Git init, npm init -y, because I'm lazy. All right, I'm gonna open the code here, and I think I would need to increase its size because it's super tiny. There we go. Okay. So yeah, so we got basically, you know, the web has been developing with a pretty fast pace, and there's like a bunch of new APIs coming in that allow you to interact with the user devices, including the Bluetooth API that is coming out in nearest future, I believe, which is really cool. And in this case, we have a nice API for media capture and streams, and also web audio, web RDC, and all that stuff. But I think media capture is what we want in this case. So let us see. I believe MDN should have some tutorial on how to use that, because I, to be honest, never used that. So I am not sure how to taking webcam photos. There you go. So I'm not sure how to approach that, so we're gonna get into this together. I mean, I know that the API is there and it's not exactly hard to do, but yeah, so let's see. Let's start with a simple file. So we need a index HTML. Right, so HTML, we're gonna have head, we're gonna have title, and title is gonna be web media API demo, right? We're gonna have a body, and in the body, we're gonna put our camera thing. So now we need a simple server here. I think the Python server would probably do. I mean, it's not the perfect thing to stream, but we're gonna go with that. Okay, so this looks fine, I guess, right? Okay, let's see. So we will, okay, so they use canvas as an output, but we don't really want to have a canvas as an output, which is right. Okay, so we have video. Okay, we get the elements, and there we go. There's the get user media, right? this is what we want. I guess we're gonna have main.js, let's call it this way. And we're gonna capture audio and video. We're gonna have the stream. Okay, and then we assign the stream to the video object we have. Okay, I get how that works. And copy that bit. Say const studio, navigator, media documents. Probably should change the context for ESLint, but I am too lazy for that. Gonna keep seeing some minor ESLint errors here and there. And we can actually, yeah, we can say const main. Let's make it a async function because I like my async function. So we're gonna do that, and this is gonna be const stream await navigator media. Right, I screwed up somehow writing await, but we're gonna fix it. Right, there you go. Okay, so then we assign it to the video and we play it, and yeah, so we're not gonna catch the error for now. And window on here's the question, what do I put it on? And on turn on ready, on load, and message. I mean on ready state change maybe. I mean, let's try and load. I mean, it's probably or wait, okay, what's the good, what do they use here? Startup function, window out event listener, or what? So what are the video out event listener can play? Startup button, clear box. Is there a full example here? Try the sample on GitHub. There we go. So because it's always important to like kind of pick the correct event for which you trigger all this code if you're just using pure HTML. Okay, so it's all in the capture.js, and I guess okay, use immediately invoke function load. Okay, so on load should be fine, right? No out event listener loads and go for main, and this is going to be false, so it's going to be passive and not clog our stuff. Okay, let me do this. So ESLint env browser, I believe. Oh, come on. And how you spell it? No, it's not. Why is it wrong? ESLint browser, is it? There you go. Okay, much better. Okay, and now we need to include this script in our, I guess it would be better to include it at the end, right? So script, I mean, it's not, you don't really need to do that at the end anymore because you can just say that it's asynchronous. Or close it, but I gonna be careful with it. Okay, so now the page asks us if we allow use microphone camera. Yes, we do. And there you go. But actually, I think it actually uses my camera from the notebook. Yep. So because probably the camera that I am using to stream is actually taken by the OBS, which streams the video. So it's going to use the second camera that is available, that is over there, and probably the second microphone as well. Okay, so we did get the video working, right? So we actually take the stream from the media device directly and put it into the video itself, so we can actually see what the hell happens. Now the question is, we listen for video to start playing. We don't care about that. So how do I capture that? I mean, I guess if we're talking about photo, they just take the video object and on click, they have this take picture that just takes the current snapshot, right? Here photo, capturing frame. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, okay, get canvas, draw image. So yeah, they just draw the current frame to the canvas, which is pretty straightforward. Okay, so I guess we are interested in get user media method, right? So where is get user media? Yeah. Let us delve into the documentation for that. Get a stream back, and the stream is media, audio, video. Okay, so you can actually specify the width and height you want, which is nice. Don't care about that though. Return value, it's a promise. Receives a media stream. There you go. Okay, so we don't care about errors for now. I mean, theoretically, you would need to do like try catch or whatever, or, you know, catch the error in a main function or something like this. But for now, this is going to be a very simple demo that's going to do one thing, and that's not gonna mess with that. But, you know, handling errors is always important, so please do that in your production project. Right, so how do we already did that, right? So avoid using this new browser as it is going away. Okay, so you actually want to do this. Interesting, they still have the old way in tutorials. Right, okay, well, let's try. So theoretically, there you go, that works as well. And now we have this blob thing here. Okay, cool. Yeah, that works. Onloaded metadata play. That doesn't seem to be necessary because it's playing anyway, right? Yeah, it does. Okay. Now, the question. Front and back camera. Okay, so we can actually try to switch the cameras. Those constraints, I believe they go here, right? So instead of the video true, it's going to be video something. Okay, let's try. So we can do. I'm just curious, you know, if it's going to be. So. That's not what we want. We want video to be this, right? And say front true. So let's see if that actually changes anything. So I'm going to do this. That API is actually already in Chrome, or is it an error? Video play is not a function. Oh yeah, right. Of course. Video config. Let's not screw that up. Shadowing variables is never good. Okay, this is the user facing. Okay, and then if we say not false, thank you very much. Okay, it's still the same. I guess maybe that's just mobile only. Yeah, I'm putting it in the wrong place. That's also a possibility, but I think I read that correct, right? Okay, permissions, whatever. So we are now interested in how to take that media stream and actually save it to hard drive or whatever, right? Right, so here's the deal. I mean, obvious way would be to just pipe this with a post request to the server. I don't know if like theoretically what I'm thinking is basically there is browser file API, right? So you can actually manipulate files in memory in browser using JavaScript. So what we could try to do is we could try to actually save it in memory. Okay, so let us see if that is a possibility. Media stream saved file is what I'm thinking. And recording API. Okay, this is something different. Media recorder. Okay, so basically if you want to take a screenshot of the thing, you can just do it with Canvas, which is backwards. You would expect media recorder to have something like this, but okay, using recording API, so this is a different thing. Right, recording API makes it easy to record audio and or video streams when using get user media. It provides a way to record the user input devices. Yeah, okay, I get that. So CSS goodies, I don't care about CSS right now. Basic app setup, there we go. Record, stop, sound clips. Okay, so we need to record and stop buttons, which is a good idea. So let's create two buttons. So we're gonna have record, back button, and we're gonna have stop, which is gonna be stop button, right? Here, if I refresh now, we should have two buttons, and they are all screwed up because I'm lazy. Let's do it like this. This is gonna make them slightly nicer. There you go. Okay. Now what do we need to do? Okay, yeah, so there's checks for if it's available, so they record only audio, and in this case they need the code in the same way. Okay, so how does the media recorder works? Okay, so this is a separate component that wraps around the stream. In this case, we why not? So let's first of all show it to user, right? And then start recording. So we have our media recorder and we create it around our stream. And then, all right, we actually don't need to start the recording right away, right? So Thinking, I mean, maybe I should just wrap it in Vue.js, because manually binding all these events, or in React or something, manually binding all these events sounds annoying. You know what? I am gonna be the easiest person ever, and I'm just a yarn add. Oh, I believe we need React and React DOM as well, right? So yeah, I'm just gonna use Next.js because I'm too freaking lazy to actually do it properly with HTML, because I, to be honest, it's been like a few years since I've done it like manually, all of that. Come on. Yarn add React DOM. There we go. Okay, so we are gonna stop off scripts. Dev is gonna be next. Start is gonna start. Build is gonna be next build, right? Next build. Obviously, you can do it with Nuxt or whatever other framework that you prefer. And I think I screwed up writing it at the same time that the yarn was saving stuff there. Yep. Okay, there we go. Okay, and now I just create a folder pages. Now we just create in yes, and here we just say that this is a component for default. I think we just this, right? Yeah, it's gonna complain about this in node.js and blah blah blah. Don't care. Okay, and I guess it's better to class homepage extends React. No. Component. I guess it's a good idea to import React from React. There we go. The class render, and you return. Go. Come on. So done. Okay. Structure this state. So we are not gonna use state for now. I mean, we're probably gonna slightly. And component did mount. So we're gonna need the trim thingy. Right? Okay. And it's gonna be a sync. And this. Oh yeah. First of all, is everything red? You should statement. Oh, I screw return. There we go. Okay, much better. And this actually we don't care much about IDs here, right? Because we're using React, so it's going to be a ref, and I'm going to say that v is this VOV. BI. Like it, audio and video must have a track for captions. No, I don't want track for captions. Yes, right. Super props this at the state. So navigator. Okay. So lint browser, right? Okay, we're good. And this should be this source, this video play. Okay. Theoretically, if we do yarn dev right now and go to localhost 8080, that's correct. Oh, 3000. Okay, it's not 80 anymore. Okay, whatever. And yes, allow. And there we go. Okay, so it works. Perfect. So we can actually remove that main.js as we are no longer need it. Okay, now. So this media recorder, and yes, that's going to be init recording, right? And then we're going to have those two buttons, which actually we don't really need these IDs anymore here, anywhere here. And here, so on click, this is going to be, I guess we should pass event as well because we want to prevent it. Start recording, right? Here we're gonna be stop recording, right? Okay, so we're gonna define two new methods. We're gonna be start recording event, so event default. So we're gonna prevent the default events just so that the page doesn't actually jump around when we press a button. And then we're gonna say this media recorder. And what do we need to say to make it work? No, did I close the wrong thing? Yes, I did. Okay, start. There you go. Okay. Why not? We can do that. So yeah, we call start on it, and guess it's a nice idea to do so recording false, right? So we're just gonna have a state variable that defines if we are recording. So I'm gonna do this set state recording true, right? That's about all we need to do. And in this case, we're gonna say const recording this state, and it's gonna have style. You know what? We're not gonna. We don't really care about style, right? Because all we need is we're gonna say recording, not recording. So for not recording, we're gonna show the record button, and if we are recording, we're gonna show a stop button. That's way easier to distinguish between. Right, yarn def. There you go. Forgot to restart that. Come on. There we go. So we have a record button now, and if we press it, so it starts recording. Now what happens after that? And we got, okay, so it will dispatch chunks. Okay, cool. Which means that we have to reset the chunks on mount or on this stop record. No, not the stop recording. Whenever the user dumps it, right? Data available function whoops, too much, and we're gonna say chunks. Chunks push data. Okay. So this is gonna be an array of data chunks, right? And we also include a time slice invoking start method, for example, to media recorder request data. Okay, and yeah, obviously stop is same, so we're gonna say stop recording events. I'm gonna be lazy and copy all that. Say stop here. We're gonna say false, and we're basically, so this will generate the blob of media recorder, right? So okay, so you can just convert it to blob. Okay, they do it with audio. Clip container is the document. Now what is going on here? So container append child audio. So they create a new clip container, they create a new label, audio, and delete button. Oh, okay, so they basically just take the blob and create a new video or audio in this case right from it, right? So we can do the same. Okay, so stop recording, which means that we will have let's move it to a separate function, save video, right? And just save it over here. So we are gonna do what? We're gonna take this blob. I'm gonna say, okay, there's a new blob. In this case, it's gonna be this chunks, right? And type is gonna be it's not gonna be audio anymore, right? Video. No, video. What's the correct type for videos in HTML? Hell if I remember. Video formats, there we go. Can these have video MP4, I guess? Let's try that. I mean, I'm not sure if that's gonna work, but we're gonna give it a shot anyway. Okay, audio URL. So we generate the URL from the blob. This is the same way that the stream right now works. I'm gonna say video URL. And now we need to actually, so I guess we're gonna have videos, right? In this case, we're gonna say on videos, this state, come on, videos. Oh, no, it's gonna be concat and well, right? In this case, yeah, so we need it with the empty and this set state videos, right? There you go. Okay, so now we just need to render them. I'm gonna wrap it in the div again. Recorded videos, and this is gonna be okay, you know what, no, let's do it slightly properly at least. I want it to be super hacky. Videos, okay, we're gonna take videos, map video URL, right? And it is gonna be rendered as video source video URL. Maybe it's a good idea to wrap that into a div, but they are actually on a different lines, right? I got to close this. There we go. Yes, I know you complain about this JSXLE stuff, but I don't care about it right now. I'm gonna reload that. So we're gonna press record and be like 1, 2, 3, hello. And we're gonna stop it and key request range not satisfiable. Okay, I guess I've I've set a wrong format, right? So I guess it is not. Oh, it is video MP4. Oh, okay. You have to specify that in a recorder as well. They didn't mention that part, so we're gonna do this. So that MIME type is gonna be video MP4. Let's check. So on data available, so they take video, day slice, webm join. Okay, that is way of doing it. But I guess autoplay. So order start table. Let's see. Yeah, I mean this seems to be going okay. Am I missing something? Doesn't really seem so. Okay, let's try again. So we modified this thing. So if I first of all, right, we need the keys as well, right? Failed to construct media recorder. Failed to provide type video MP4 is not supported. Okay. Const video type. Let's extract it into a variable and say video webm. I mean webm should be supported, right? So let's video type. That means we can throw in the video type over here. That gonna work? That's gonna work. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna wave a hand there. I'm gonna press a stop and okay, the range request not satisfiable. What the hell does that mean? Server cannot serve requested ranges. Okay, I'm guessing I'm screwing something up here. Media recorder API. Right, I wonder if that's the type problem or... by the way, that's a good idea to clean out the chunks as well, right? So this blob from chunks, this chunks. Okay, source. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, so what's the problem here? Media stream record video. What am I missing? What am I doing wrong? Stream recording. WebRTC GitHub IO. Okay. View source on GitHub. Block it for now. Don't care. Show me the source. JavaScript. There we go. Should be quite simple, right? So there you go. Let's have a look here. So we got that stuff, play downloads, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so they do have the download button as well. So we're going to have a look how that is done. That is usually a good idea. Yeah, record button, stream. So they save the stream. They save the source object. Navigator constraints. So where's the constraint? Okay, audio video. There's nothing fancy here. Handle source open. Media add source buffer. Video M codecs VP8. I guess. Is that what you wanted from me? It's like you need more specific format. Oh, okay. Yeah, right. What? I know that people say that this is not how you should do keys, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Why? Because I don't have any better way actually. Fine. Okay, let's see what else. So they did source buffer, media source, add source buffer. I don't really do source buffer. Say data available. So yeah, they push the data. Okay, that's a good point. So there might be empty data there. That is definitely something we want to check for, right? Okay, stopped toggle recording, start recording, stop recording, and then false start recording. So start recording. Okay, they check for a bunch of supported types. I mean, I guess video webm should work. Okay, VP9. Let's try VP9. Why the hell not? Okay, right. It should work. Windows stream with options. Options is basically MIME type webm, yes. Records on stop, handle stop, on data available, start 10, collect 10 minutes. Okay, that's why they need buffer. They have the specific thing. Okay. Stop recordings. They stop this. Play. Super buffer, recorded blobs, video, webm. Okay, so they are actually different. Holy shit. Okay, so you need two different line types. Like you cannot just have one. So for media recorder, you have to say, you know what? Let's just use webm everywhere. Like if you can use webm everywhere, why would you not use that? So we use webm as well, right? We create this thing, we put it as a source, as loaded metadata, and work around non-seekable video taken from it's a bug in Chrome? Really? Isn't great, simple workaround, blah blah blah. Okay, so consider producing seekable webm files. Okay. That's, I mean, basically in theory that should work, right? Question, will it? 1, 2, 3, wave a hand, press stop. I do have a key there. Oh, I'm putting a key in the wrong thing. Okay, there we go. Okay, blah blah. Okay, or stop. Requested. So why don't you like that? I mean, I could try to just assign it to like make a video basically like this. Let's yeah, why not? You know what? Let's try. So let's just say, okay, we're recording one video for now. And this is gonna be the review video, right? It's gonna be V. Okay. We don't need source here. And comment this and say this review video source video URL. Don't tell me that's gonna work. Is it like React screwing up stuff? Or just my... No, it's not. Okay. So what am I missing? On data available. Yes, we are doing that. Do I need this buffer thing for this stuff to work? So where did they define the buffer? Handle data, recorded video, event list error. Source open. So when do they apply this handle source open? Media source, event listener source open. Okay, media source. Media source is, oh, that's a okay, so basically this example is quite different from what is on the MDN page. An MDN page example essentially doesn't really anymore. Question. Okay, so where do they use this media source? Okay, I can see the source buffer. Okay, how is that applied exactly? Okay, so here let's try. Let's walk through the code, right? Oh god, come on. Okay, handle success. Right. So where's our handle success function? Stop recording. Blah blah blah. What? Handle success. There we go. Okay, so we console log. We apply the stream. We say gum video is source stream. Source object stream. Is that why it doesn't work? I mean, I think. Yeah, here we just say it's source. Oh yeah, source object was the outdated thing, right? Okay. Now, how the hell do they apply the buffer? And we can try doing that as well. 10 milliseconds buffering. Would that help? I'm now very confused. Oh yeah, okay. So I actually just needed a tiny buffer. Okay. I guess that means we can revert our changes to this code. And it should work as well, right? Yeah, let me just Control Z thing. Back. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's very... Wait, so unless you provided a buffer, it won't actually record anything and will complain about the length. That's very weird. But let's see. So we did that. Now we have this video. And I guess we need to, let's say on click, would be, I mean, okay, one thing we could do is just say autoplay, right? So that, record the video, wave a hand, press stop, and then theoretically, there you go. Okay. So what we need is, I guess we can first of all make this video smaller and just like make it like a preview, like with, I don't know, pixels. Yeah, and maybe this video as well, just just to make it slightly nicer to look at. You know, I'm gonna be lazy and just gonna do inline styling. So with much 400. Try that. There you go. Okay, and then here we're gonna say style with 200, for example. Okay, much nicer. And then we're gonna add 2 buttons. So we're gonna say button button. One is gonna be delete. We can add autoplay a loop attribute, right? And we can add a button. What do you call it? So we need to delete one and we need to download one, right? So delete is gonna be on click, gonna be this delete video URL, and download is gonna be this download video URL. There you go. Okay, I screwed up. Well, there you go. Right, okay, so we need 2 new methods. First of all, delete video URL. Basically it's gonna be const videos, this state videos filter v, so that v does not equal video URL, right? And then this set state, so we just filter it out of array and that's it. Garbage collector will do everything for us. And now here comes the interesting thing, video URL. How do you download it? I mean, theoretically, if we open it in a different tab. So first of all, let's try record, wave a hand, stop it. There you go. Okay, so if we click the delete button now, there you go, it works. Okay, so we can maybe again wrap this in divs. Right, okay, so yeah, record something and that doesn't seem to be working. Hey, hello. One, is it too short? Does it like needs a bit more time? Or let's try record another video. Like just waving my hand slowly now. Huh? It only shows 1. Okay. Wait, what? Huh? Now that is what? Okay, wait a second. Videos, right? So let's check. Does it garbage collects it somehow or something? Okay, let's try this. So we wave a hand. Stop, right? So there's a go. There's our video, right? We have now 1 blob here. Okay, record. We do a slow hand movement and we press stop. We have 2 of them. The second one is empty. Why is it empty? It gets garbage collected before we actually can render it? Which shouldn't be the case, right? That is so weird. I mean, it might as well get garbage collected, but since we push it into array, that shouldn't be the case because it has a reference. It's curious. What if I record another one? So this and press stop. Third one is also empty. Now this, they have the autoplay and loop things, right? Yes, they do. Okay, I am very confused right now. Okay, let's try to implement the download button and then try to figure out why the hell doesn't render anything beyond 1 video. So they had a download method over here and all they do is just click href URL. Okay, so they just basically assign. Okay, so if we basically we don't need that download thing, right? what we need to do here is we need to say ahref. It's going to be video URL, and theoretically, whoops, right, there you go. Theoretically, if I record now a thing, right, this button should actually, yeah, there you go. Okay, so that works. Now the question is, why the hell does it only plays the first video, which is confusing as hell. Okay, so let's see. Cleans the chunks, it creates the new blobs from them first, right? So it creates the video URL from the blob. Maybe. What if? No, wait. You know what? What if we clean chunks on start recording? Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I get clean too early. So let's try 1, right? There you go. That's like 2. Okay, that was the problem. So I just got garbage collected. Pretty straightforward. Okay, so let's try and leave the first one. Yep, works perfectly fine. Okay. So we got the voice recorder. I think the voice is recorded too. So you know what I'm gonna do? Add my phone somewhere. Because I don't really hear anything, I'm gonna take my headphones and I'm gonna plug them into the computer and make sure that the voice is actually recorded. So we are gonna, okay, this is correct thing to plug it in. I haven't used those headphones in ages. All right, there we go. Okay, so let me just make it wider. Not sure. Oh, I guess because it's already in the video, I can actually hear myself in the speakers. So try to record it and be like, hey, hello. And yep, I can hear the audio perfectly fine. Okay, that blows my mind. So I'm gonna unplug it and put it back because this is very confusing to be streaming and hearing myself from like 2 different places. That is not what I want to do. Okay, I think that's basically it. Do you guys have anything else you want to do with the videos? I mean, we implemented the recording, we implemented saving, we implemented like managing, a very basic version of managing, but you know, so obviously it would be trivial to, instead of like giving a user download, it would be pretty trivial to use something like fetch to just send this blob to the server basically and store it there, right? I don't know if I want to do that with Next.js right now, but yeah, that's basically we've done it. So let's see, video voice recorder, the common exercise for programming. Yeah, so we've basically done the voice/video recorder that seems to be working just fine. It is just under 100 lines with like all the React stuff around it and all the events and things. Obviously it's Next.js, so it saves us a lot of time setting up the project. I think I should commit that. Status git, okay, first of all, ignore normal. So meanwhile, while I'm committing all that and cleaning up the code a bit, feel free to send your questions to the chat. I'm always looking, and you know, if you have any suggestions on how to expand it, because we did end up this live stream pretty quickly. I mean, it's like under 50 minutes, I think. Yeah, it's 43 minutes so far, so that was really, really quick. Yeah, so I will, yes, I will commit that, git ignore.next, that. And now we actually don't need index.js as well. Okay, yeah, that's a very, very small example, which is great. Okay, so clean up, or I guess init storage for video chunks. Listen for media, order data. I guess for data from media recorder, right? This would be better. And this start recording. So wipe all chunks, data chunks. Start recorder with 10 milliseconds buffer. Say that recording. Okay, and stop the recorder. Say that we're not recording. And save the video to memory. And so let's just be specific here. So convert saved chunks to a blob. Generate video URL from blob. Then append video URL to list of saved videos for rendering. There you go. Filter out current URL from saved videos. That's basically it. That was very, very simple. So QQWake3 asks to build a sex bot, and I mean, I'm not even sure what to answer to that, but I'm willing to try if you're willing to give me materials for that. Just send me over the parts and we'll assemble it live on Twitch. I think that like sex JavaScript bot, it will always throw you undefined errors and then, like, you know, crash because of some unhandled user input. That's a terrible idea. Please don't do that. All right, let me commit that. So so we got that. Yeah. So basic app that allows recording and saving. There you go. Okay. GitHub. Go here, create a new repo for that, and yeah, we're basically done for today. 27 devs saying that I'm currently using NPM, however, considering switching to Yarn. I mean, I'm mostly using Yarn, to be honest, so NPM had a bunch of very weird bugs, especially with like version 5, while Yarn been working stable forever, and Yarn is even, you know, NPM 5 increased in speed quite significantly, but Yarn is still way more faster, and the structure of the folders it produces is way more predictable, because I think NPM is still, I mean, okay, they introduced the NPM log thing, which made it a bit better, but NPM is kind of was a mess, so Yarn is way better at handling the directory structure. So it's like, yeah, I think I would recommend using Yarn over it. So web media demo, let's do this. Demo showing how to use a web API. Too late. Parts are already in the mail. Okay, I mean, sure, send them over. I'll assemble a JavaScript bot. I mean, do not complain about unexpected user input and undefined errors later on. You know, that's all I'm saying. Okay, how to use Web Media API to record user video and audio. Yes, it's public. Yeah, that's probably a good idea to make a README file. That's true. Something I always forget about. EMD. Where do I steal a README from? From here? No, that's a bad idea, right? The proposals repo, so we're gonna steal it from other repo that is not as bare bones. This one? Yeah, why not? That looks fine. EMD. Yeah, sure. I mean, feel free to ask any questions, even if they're not related to live stream. It's like, it's absolutely fine. You know, I'm basically done with today's topic. I'm ready to answer whatever questions you might have. So you're very welcome. Keep asking. Happy to answer. Right. Let's say web media API demo. Okay, I'm lazy and copy it from, where is it? There's a description somewhere, right? Where did it go? Up. There you go. There's a description. Why wasn't it there? But okay. What are you going to call materials for introduction to web media happy video? Okay, so I will have to put the video in. Why was there actually second tutorial on? Yeah, I guess wouldn't call it in depth, but we can do it free open source tutorial on recording videos with web media API. There you go. Web media API, and we can paste it later. And this small demo showing how to use web media. That looks fine. I will have to put the links later on. All that stuff remains. MIT license, that's good. Git add readme, and I guess we can just push it. Then we can do this, and we right. Okay. Again, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask me right now while I'm doing all this maintenance bonkers. If not, then make sure to go to the proposals repo and either add your proposals or vote on existing ones, because basically that's the way what the live streams and the videos are going to work right now. So I'm going to go there and pick whatever is the top one, and use it to do live streams. Man, it's really hard to think what I need to add to the repo and talk at the same time. Okay, this is the capture. No, okay. CMDN, yes. So why not? Let's add the W3C link, whatever. Web up here. I guess this. Did we use the web media technologies on MDN? That, and which come on, media. I used some demo. Yeah, video. Use some repo, but I completely forgot what it was. Somewhere here. Oh yeah, this is the one. WebRTC samples. Okay, cool. Guess we can just link to WebRTC get user samples. Not screw up words, samples repository. And I think that's pretty much good. So I just need to make a shorter video recapping all of the stuff that we've done. Add related links to README. And yeah, we're basically good. That was relatively easy actually. So perfect topic for live stream and a perfect topic for an episode, I guess, because the episode is going to be pretty quick and I don't know, I guess informative. Hey Strax, how's it going? Yes, you are indeed a bit late. I mean, we're actually just finished everything. The topic was so quite simple, let's put it this way, that I am now publishing everything and closing stuff and all that stuff. And people in chat, as you can see, suggested building a sex bot with JavaScript. So maybe that's the next project. Right, so it's gonna be done right now. Done code in and then close, and I probably at some point should add the video there, right? I'm not sure the done label is useful at all because the closed issues are no, it is useful because I can be rejected closed issues. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's basically it. So I watch that in case someone asks something, and Right, we're good. So you guys have any other questions, suggestions? How do you liking the new format? What do you think about that? If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to comment to the comment section or whatever. You know, let me know in the Discord chat. Basically, any feedback is appreciated. I want to know how this format is working out. If this is interesting, if all of those topics are, you know, something that you want to see, or if not, then once again, go add new tickets, go vote on what you want to see. This is always great, and it's actually been a lot of fun reading through those and seeing what you guys are interested in. Right. I will give you a couple of minutes to figure out if you have anything to ask in chat. If not, then we're going to wrap this up here. Meanwhile, I'm going to have a look at this. These as regression tests. Visual differences. Yeah, that sounds interesting. No, let's accept it. Sure, that sounds interesting. And yeah, that's we probably can use a puppeteer or something like this for that. That would be a fun experiment. I mean, obviously it's only gonna work within, like, if we use puppeteer, it's gonna be only like Chrome testing. But luckily the differences between browser ranges are not as big as they used to be. So mostly if you use like Flexbox or Grid or something, if browsers support it, it's gonna be consistent across them. Not as painful as it was with EA8 or something. Yeah, that sounds like a interesting topic to tackle. Okay. And if we're talking about next topics, let's have a look. Proposals. So we got these topics, JS script, and working on open source of choice is the next most voted thing. So basically, if nothing changes within this week, next time we're gonna be working on some open source projects. I'm gonna basically, what I've gathered from all this text is that you guys want to see how I contribute to other open source that I'm not exactly familiar with, right? So how do I read the code base? How do I do feature requests and so on and so forth? So we might as well try to do that. I will have to figure out which project are we going to use, because I mean, I've been contributing to like Fastify, for example, lately. They are near the release of 1.0, and the question is, what do they have here? Help wanted. So I mean, I think the only stuff is like they are doing this documentation rethinking, but I don't know if I can help them at this stage. Elasticsearch plugin for Fastify. That sounds like something I could do. Not really sure what the hell was it do. Okay, wait a second. Express, like, what would you do with that? It's getting started with that. No, I mean, that's not what I want. I'm just trying to figure out like what kind of plugin people expect to see. JBrowse Elasticsearch. Hey, Express search. Is it like just connector that just search within the Elasticsearch instance that you give it, automatically making endpoints? That's all you want to see? For real? Can you implement it yourself? No, seriously? So it's just basically abstraction over... Okay, I mean, we can do that, for example. So there's like people interested in that. And I guess we can make a plugin, and it wouldn't exactly be the direct contribution to the project, but I'm talking about this in general. Nice to answer, one point out. There was a debate. Simply asked, blah, blah, blah. Plugins guide, MongoDB plugin for reference. Okay. Yeah, that's actually a good plugin. You can use a MongoDB for reference, and then, yeah, so this is one option, but we're going to have a look at that. Right, so the chat remains silent as hell. That means, I guess, you don't really have any questions. And since that's the case, I guess let's just wrap it up here for today. As always, thank you for staying with me. Thank you for watching the whole thing. You know, thank you for following me on Twitch, on YouTube, whatever you do that. Do go to proposals repository, do read through all the proposals, upvote them, or, you know, add reactions. Basically, the script that I have over here uses any reactions and just counts them. So, you know, just thumbs up, like, I don't know, ta-da, whatever the hell you want, emoji. Just do some reaction to the ticket, and this way I will pick the top one. Again, if you don't see something that you want to see here, feel free to push an issue there. We're going to discuss it. We're going to figure out if it will fit in the stream format, and I'm going to do it at some point. Right. Yes, Rex, the re-uploads to YouTube is coming right after we're done with the stream, which is going to be in a few minutes, basically. And once Twitch pushes it to YouTube, it's going to be up in there. So, in an hour, you can watch it on YouTube. And if you are watching it on YouTube, thank you. Right. No questions from the chat. So thank you very much for staying with me. Thank you for watching. And as usual, I see you next time. Bye. And I'm doing the same stuff again. I'm going to awkwardly try to close the OBS without like a bye. Okay. See you guys.